Alright, so I'm gonna be doing the Petrichor World Quest, but this time with Ether. Originally I did it with my main account with Lumine, but that was a very long time ago. And there are some quests in this game that I like more than others. And there's some that actually left a huge impression on me, and I remember them for it. So this is the Ether account, and I don't have like every single character, and I was probably people thinking, well, what do you got? Well, let's look. Let us take a look deep inside. What do we find? Nothing. These are all the characters I currently own in this account. I just got Sayu the other day. She's at level 20. And we just got Ningguang the other day as well. Hazel would be higher leveled than what he is, because he's one of my top favorite characters. He's like my most liked character in the entire friggin' game. But I have not been out to Inazuma in this account, and therefore I cannot max him because his ascension materials are in Inazuma because he's an Inazuman character. So, I can't ascend a character in a place I haven't been to. You know what I'm saying? So he's lacking these. And they're in Inazuma, and I haven't been to Inazuma in this account yet because I haven't done that story. The only reason why the other characters are opened up is because I had access to Fontaine, as you can see. I also have access to Sumeru, as you can see. These two areas are locked off because it has to do with the Arnanka world quest, and that quest in my main account took me 4 months to complete. I might redo it again with Ether, but it has like 5 parts to it, and it is by far one of the longest quests. You need a lot of time to sit down and do that. So let's see. We have Oliwa opened, all of Mondstadt. This Chenyu Vale's blocks, I'm doing the Chenyu Vale world quest as well out there. That's why this area isn't opening, so I'm still in the middle of doing that. Chenyu Vale is also one of my favorite places in the game as well. As you can see, I already have half of it max to 60. There's only 2 halves of it, because it's supposed to represent a yin-yang. This island, you see how it curves around this way? And then the other island curves inwards the other way. It's supposed to symbolize, like, yin-yang. A lot of people probably haven't noticed that. I opened up my Dragon Spine just the other day. As you can see, it's at 69%. I went ahead to the top and got the frost snail, the dragon frost snail or whatever. I got that risen up into the sky. Got the domain up here at the top opened up. Vinganir, and then I have it opened up because I wanted to do Albedo's story quest. And Albedo's story quest, if I remember correctly, I believe it takes place on Dragon Spine, because he has like a place up there. As you can see, I have it open. So the story quests I have open is Ganyu, Albedo, Xiaohu, Tao, Eula, and the first half the Zhongli's. I can't do Mizuki story quests in this account because I have to do other quests first. I have to do a story quest, and you can't even do a story quest until you complete other stuff in the game. See, a story quest. This is the first, that's the second half. This is the first half. So it says you have to complete chapter 2 verse 3. That's when you get to Inazuma. So we have to open that up first. And it's kind of hard. Like, these story quests will get really complex and complicated. Like, some characters are like, oh, you can't do this until you do this and this and this and that. So, like, you have to do this and do that and do this and do that to get that to open up. So, I'm working out them as I go. I'm not going to be repeating everything, though. Like I said, some people probably think I'm doing like a full from start to finish playthrough with Ether. I am, but I'm not showing it. The only things I'm showing with him is quests that I particularly like, or main cutscenes such as battle cutscenes, or interactions between characters such as Razor defending him from Boreas and Mondstadt. Like, cutscenes like that. I basically only upload cutscenes between interactions, between characters, or boss cutscenes. I don't show, like, full playthroughs. The only thing I will recover again is certain world quests, because there is a rule on YouTube where you can't re-upload the same content multiple times, but it has to be more than 2. You have to upload it, like, constantly. Like, the same thing. Like, I think the limit is, like, more than 10. Like, uploading the same video multiple times. But it's different because this is with Ether, not Lumine. That's how it's different, because it's with her and him, and they're 2 different characters. Obviously, male, female, they're not the same. So, it's a little different. So this world quest, I wanted to do it from start to finish, but unfortunately, when I was trying to hit a waypoint out here, I got too close and it activated like the first, like, 2 minutes, where he goes to that statue and he gets pulled in, and he sees this guy. So the guy is actually a cat, his spirit or whatever. We're gonna figure that out. I don't like to spoil things, but sometimes these videos don't usually get viewed anyway, so it's like whatever. Pick up this branch. This is one of my favorite world quests though. So you can see everybody has like this weird mist around their heads. So I think they're being controlled by something on the island. This world quest is quite a trip. It's one of my favorites because it's quite interesting. Again, some of these quests are not voiced. I know there's a thing going on with this game where some of the voice actors aren't voicing, but this is an old quest. This came out when Fontaine did, which was a long time ago. It's just certain world quests are not voiced. It's not every single one, but some of them are. Also, I think that is that cat. If you look up in the middle of the left of the screen, you see like a white cat. But then again, the cat I'm thinking of, he doesn't have a collar yet, so maybe that's not... Okay. Yeah, it's gonna get tiring for me to read. So I'm the bell ringer at the intersection clock tower, the guy that welcomes travelers to the eternal city. Oh joy, my world building it. So valiant guardian, shall we find the eternal city to our left or our right? I'm gonna play along here. Wait, you're in character already? Are you sure you're okay? Reason why we're saying this is when we first came to this island, we met two guys that were talking about like some evil tyrant guy who's like stealing stuff, and Ether and Paimon both assumed that they were talking about like a play or something, but they were really talking about like a real king. But they thought they were talking about like a stage play, but they don't realize that what the people are saying here is real. So that's why I said we're gonna just play along. Leaving that aside for now, all the townspeople we ran into on the way over were acting really weird. Do you know what that's about? Why, everyone has gone to Machimo's already. I imagine that they will now dwell under the protection of the Sebastus. Wow, so in addition to the Dark Lord Ramus, now we've got a Sebastus. This is getting more complicated by the minute. Dark Lord Ramus, it would appear that in your journey you have crossed paths with those uncouth barbarians. That is indeed a blasphemous title with which they besmirch the Sebastus Ramus, our mighty Emperor. Oh, so they're both the same Ramus. They're the same person after all. But if it is of no consequence, the Sebastus may not be defined by the narrow notions of tribal mob. These despicable insects may speak slander as they wish, but the wise, inspired by his noblest ideals, will yet come forth in their droves. When the bell of eternity tolls, all that has ever come to pass shall be erased, and all will be reborn, regardless of who they are, or what they are from. Be grateful and rejoice. Praise be, like, oh my god. What should we do? This person sure seems lucid. But the stuff he's spouting, it's all kinds of whack. You think we've got a sleepwalker here? Maybe he's dreaming. Do you name me a dreamer? The symptoms do match. Dreaming? I certainly... Uh-oh. Oh my god. Hey, you, oh, he's out cold. Travelers from outside. Back to hell up with the magic light powers. Excellent, you two look completely mentally sound. Finally, a normal person. Seriously, what's going on in this town? Before that, let's get this gentleman somewhere safe. Can't be leaving him lying here now, can we? He'll catch a cold. Oh dear. Though the risk of catching cold may not be the most important thing right now, you still work together with a normal person to move the incoherently rambling bell ringer onto a nearby bench. Yeah, that is the cat. Anyway, allow me to reintroduce myself. Call me Esta, or Est. I always thought it was French. I always want to... Every time I see this name, I always want to say Esta. I'm a member of Town's Daydream Club. I'm the only member present right now. Because I have a custom character in a couple games, and I've named her that, and that's how I say it. It could be Est, but I've always said Esta. Paimon's Paimon and he's sovereign, where tours patrolling Petrichor, passing adventurers, were members of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Why would you say that? Tourists, passing adventurers. Adventurers, you say? You're not here to look for that castle or whatever, are you? Wait, you introduced yourself as Esta. We've heard that name before. It was you who brought the bandits into the Dark Lord's castle, was it not? Huh? What? So, you've also... No, we're wide awake. I'm wide awake. Trust me, we just don't get why everyone's saying all sorts of crazy things. Tell us about how you met the drove and bandits who saw the shattered stones as treasure way outside town. Let me reread that again. You tell Esta about how you met and drove the bandits who saw the shattered stone as treasure away outside town. Oh, it's them. Where to begin? The legend of the fated castle has never been a secret. Adventurers just like them come by looking for it every once in a while. And whether it's because the impression the name Golden Troop conjures up is nothing more than poetic imagery, or because the castle was built millennia ago, it's more likely than not that nothing of value remains there now. But whatever would they listen? Of course not. No sooner had I brought them over to the ruins in the mountains than they began destroying statues and stuffing them in the boxes like people possessed. I could not stop them alone, so I went back to town to get help. I never imagined I'd find nothing but dazed starers and mad ramblings all around. It was like everyone had fallen under some hypnotic spell. The Daydream Club has researched hypnosis before, but something like this is far, far beyond our capabilities. My hypothesis is that something abnormal has occurred within the ruins, according to the records. Actually, why are we the only ones not affected? Interesting, most interesting. Perhaps we can find a solution in the ruins? Maybe we can find treasure. Maybe there's a solution. Why don't you wait here, Esta? Leaving the adventuring to us. If you come too, you might get turned into a golem. Ah, is that your cow, Esta? It's so cute. No, though the fellow who studied hypnotism would say that they are creatures with keen senses. How odd that her collar pendant. I swear I've seen that accessory before. Ah, it ran off. Anyway, ignoring the cat question for now, we should still go to the ruins first and have a look. Say, Esta, how can we get there? The ruins, the mountain behind the town, just so happens to be the exact direction that the cat ran off in. Kitty, why would you say that, Ether? Then it's time we set off. Things are pretty murky right now. Take extra care. You too, alright? We'll be right back. Don't worry. And we're like gone for 5 years. This quest is kind of long, that's what I'm saying. He's like, you'll be alright, and Aether's like gone for 20 years. Comes back, still looks the same, and that guy's like hunched over and he's old with a cane or something. Well, actually, probably not. I don't know how old he is. But still, though. Yeah, so this cat can talk. So if I remember correctly, to defeat these golems, you can see them standing over there, you're gonna need a Claymore character. My good Claymore character is Fremine. Why would you go down like that? Look, it's already targeting me and I'm over here. It's like, nope. I guess you don't. He untargeted me, retargeted me. Untarget to retarget to lose my mind. I didn't know if I wanted to use one of my strong ones on it. So it is Geo, so I'm gonna give myself a Geo defense. Drop it down. Yeah, so I haven't fought this in this account, so the Praetorian Golem, an ancient golem infused with a whale that uses its resilient marble body in battle, use methods suited to dealing with Geo. Yeah, so if you use Geo on it, or a Claymore character specifically. I used to have Aether as Geo, but I took him off. My Geo Traveler is my strongest one, but because I got Pyro recently, I've kind of stuck with that. It's kind of decent. Oh my god. Kind of sucks that I did not get Sweet Lolly in my main account. I'm sad. I really like this character a lot, and I did not get her. I tried and I just didn't. I got her in this account and in the other Lumion account, but it's kind of pointless, you know? Like, if it's not my main account, I feel like it just doesn't count. Like, it just doesn't mean anything. But I mean, at least I still have her, but technically I don't. Like, because she's not in my main account. Not bad, not bad. Your Valor would not know... I can't read. Your Valor would not know shame. Even should it stand in the company of the Marchesi hunters of old. Wow. A talking animal. It's a rare shiny cat. We've seen a whole lot of really strange things on our journey. Even so, a glowing talking cat. Paimon supposes it still makes the rarer list. One such as I shall not dwell on being called a strange thing, O chosen champions. Sovereign and Paimon, the time has come for true heroes such as you to set forth. Come with me, into the ancient kingdom of the deep seas. We must steal the chaotic symphony if we are to save the lost souls. Is this also part of the world building too? Alright, I'm the hero. Let the journey begin. Seriously, Sovereign, how can you fall for this stuff so easily? Very well then, O chosen hero. For the sake of Paimon's tummy, stand tall and move with haste to buy her some Fanta. Speaking of just... who are you? Must I start from the beginning? Very well. Ornate, it's my name, a spirit keeper of the ancient realm. It's Oranopolis. It's Oranitas. Ora what now? What a tongue twister. Paimon's just gonna call you Osse for short. That's close enough, right? What do you think? Meow. It appears that I cannot command this body as I wish, to the extent that bestial behaviors may even overbear me from time to time. If from the beginning I could only have... As the two of you can see, the boundaries between past and present have begun to blur thanks to the influence of the chaotic symphony. It is for this reason that I too have awoken, for now the affected area is yet small. The inhabitants of Petrichor have had their souls taken away. They exist in that maddened, dreamlike state because the symphony has temporarily granted them identities and memories to fill the void left behind. It is as if a vessel filled with pure water has had its contents replaced with wondrous wine, an apt description, considering that those are memories of ancient history gifted by the symphony. Let Paimon think. So what you're saying is that the townspeople of Petrichor have had their souls stolen, and then their bodies have been possessed? That sounds super scary. You said that the affected area isn't very large yet. That is correct, Sovereign. Of course, eventually, even the court of Fontaine will be consumed if the chosen hero cannot restore harmony to the chaotic melody. No choice but to take the look. If nothing else for it, I am the hero after all. Yeah, alright. Osse, lead the way. Thank you so much. The road to the ancient realm lies beneath the spring you see before you. I have caused the seal on the hidden path to manifest. Next, I shall activate the device that maintains the seal. Woo! Or power go! There we go. Now then, help me retrieve the harp strings, and I shall thus be able to break the seal and open the way. There it goes. Now then, let us go unto the fated Colosseum of Gold. A fated golden cast? Esta mentioned something about the legend of the fated castle too, right? Aren't we talking about these ruins? Nay, these are but scraps on the surface. The true castle lies deeper underwater. You sure do know much more than cats in this town, huh, Say? You compare me to the cats in town? Follow closely and try not to get lost then. Wow, he just jumped down. Can cats swim? He doesn't care about that. He's super gun. I want this chest.
If there's any scrap metal or parts you don't want, I'll take them.
I like how he's like so cute and reluctant. That sounds horrible. I shouldn't have said it like that. That's not what I mean. Oh my god. That's not what I mean. I promise. No. I needed Lynette. So this is what I like about Fontaine characters. His sister, she's not like his real sister. She's like his stepsister.
You lead the way.
She has darkness and he has light, so...
Over here!
There you go.
Just as I expected.
Every Fontaine character has this thing called, I think is it an arc? You see that purple thing that was glowing on her for a second? Hers is darkness, and when you're near certain devices, it'll glow. Like hers will go like a dark, like a purplish. Sometimes when I'm near enemies, I notice that Fremene's vision.
Leave me alone.
It'll glow.
Never mind. Let's go.
Like if you're near enemies, it'll glow. You see it on his leg. Like he gets like a white mist around it, and I do think it's odd because I feel like, I'm not saying he's the only character who does that, but when you're near certain things, it feels like characters, their vision crests will glow. And when I'm fighting other things, I've never noticed other characters' crests glow at all, but I've been noticing his do it. I don't know if there's a reason for that. Reason why I say is because Fremene is one of my favorite characters, but in my main account, like my main Lumen account, I don't really use him much anymore. And because he's a Fontaine character, and this is an ability that's unique to Fontaine characters. And I noticed that his crest, his vision crest glows when you're near enemies. He gets like a white mist around it. And I've never noticed any other non-Fontaine character's crest glow. As far as I know, he's like the only character that does that, but I could be friggin' wrong. I mean, every character's vision has like a weird effect. Like sometimes when you toggle between them, it'll glow, but not always. See the way that orb's glowing around me? That's the way his vision glows when he's near enemies. Because there's times I catch it glowing randomly by itself, and I'm like, what is happening? You see, like, it's not glowing here, but when I'm near enemies, it does. Huh. Paimon didn't think there'd be such a huge space down below. Guess you do know your stuff, Osse. This is but the tip of the iceberg. Once an entire nation and the land upon which it was built sank beneath the waves. And my mission is to prevent that which has sunk from resurfacing. Or, so I believe. Poof, and just like that, you suddenly seem a lot less reliable. I really wish I had a reliable guide. That seems like, both of these seem like fucked up. This seems more rude, I'm gonna say this. In that case, leave the guiding to Paimon. Well, that's what Paimon would like to say anyway. Anyway, we are the sole arbiters of whether the souls of the townsfolk can safely return to their bodies or not, so eyes up now. The fated castle is just through that great gate. Let's continue forward. Or onward. Yep. Shining talking cat. Yeah, follow him through the ancient realm and explore the waters that lie in the deep. While adventuring with him, you can talk to him at any time, but don't forget to pet him. Yeah, because he's still a cat. I am a cat person. I think they're adorable. How fast are you, Osse? I'm a cat after all, appearing and disappearing with almost the alacrity as expected. It is you, Paimon, who must fly faster. I have to read really fast because they don't stay long. Those trifling things outside the window interfere with our relentless march onward. We have to work too. So as you go through this story, there's going to be a whale that follows you on the outside, trying to distract you. It's not an enemy. I think because he winds up becoming like your, I wouldn't say servant. He winds up helping you later, once you get further on in the quest. And Osse's like, don't be distracted by that. Alright, it should be... He does show up. There he is. Giant purple whale. I know a glitch in this area to get out there. I'm not going to show it because you can get banned. But there is a glitch in this exact area that can get you out there. So this is a mechanic. I need to find the right book. Wow, Paimon bets a lot of people can live in a huge castle like this. But of course, and not just people either. Hey, there you go again, saying creepy stuff with a straight face. Oh, fret not. Surely heroes such as yourselves would dispatch any hidden ghosts or phantoms without breaking a sweat. And what is this? What an exquisite box. Seems like a music box of some kind. Still, it doesn't seem to fit in too well with its surroundings. Good eye. That is indeed a music box, but just as I have knowledge beyond ordinary cats, this music box has functions beyond most others. What? Can it speak to you? My, I didn't think you would be so chatty, catty. Hey, Paimon was just joking before. She didn't think you'd take it seriously. It's Paimon's fault, okay? Don't be mad. Seriously, now you pretend to be a cat? Anyway, even those who lack any musical knowledge can freely operate the power of the symphony using this box. We will have to use it later, I am sure. Huh? But isn't it because this symphony has gone all wacky that all the townsfolk turned into whatever they are now? So, what if Sovereign presses the wrong button or something? The symphony here may also become chaotic. What sort of clumsy clod do you take me for, Paimon? Paimon's just thinking about the worst case scenario. Maybe Osse might jump out from a corner and scare you. One of these unmoving statues might start walking around, or maybe traps might spring out from the ground and the walls. Any of those could happen, right? Peace. Now you need not fret, be so fretful I can't read. The symphony was mighty, beautiful, and great, glorious once. An existence that shouldered golden ideals. That it sows chaos upon the surface is a mere mishap of misalignment, the result of evildoers misusing great glory's power. But were it sovereign, surely he would wield its power correctly. That's quite a lot of trust you're putting in us. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. That's a lot of trust. It might be more accurate to say that I have no other option. I am a mere cat at present, after all. Should I wish to make use of this music box myself, it might prove somewhat difficult. We have spoken this much. Now, to put things to the test. Remember the strings we got from the harps in the ruins? Those were in truth the scores on which the symphony was recorded. As long as you place the score into the music box, the box shall play its tune all on its own. Yeah, I think there's 6 I have to get. The way it just clicks in there. Woo. Yeah, I was right, there is 6. It is said that the first terrestrial creatures emerged from the warm oceans. The lands then were fruitful, producing all in abundance. The gifts bestowed by fate were so ample that it seemed as if the land itself had been specially prepared for them. The moving melody accompanies a swift shift as it cuts through the azure waves. The outliner gently plucks at the heartstrings, telling its companions from here to the ends of the sea. It's really fast. Until the day comes. Or I could just let it play without me reading it. I'm gonna take a break for a minute. Trying to remember where I heard that from. The song. Oh, that's a pretty happy tune. Paimon's feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. It seems this box still functions well now. Are we not safe? Wait, so you weren't even sure if it would work or not? Not completely. One cannot judge a box by its cover. Do you not concur? Paimon gets the feeling that you're not talking about the box at all. But what? Never mind that. What should we do now? The chaotic symphony must be here. If we can locate it, we can retrieve the souls that have been taken from the townsfolk. Then let's have a look around for starters. A reasonable judgment. If memory serves, this castle has a great many strange rooms. Perhaps they are worth investigating first. Also, the castle's central hall plays host to a mysterious stage, though no more plays shall ever be performed there. It was once an entrance to a place deeper underwater still, where the power of the symphony yet lingers. We must go and check for any further anomalies there. Deeper still? Indeed. I wonder what awaits us there. Hey, now's not the time to leave us hanging, Osse. You're a surprisingly pretty one, aren't you? Still, before the riddle may be solved, you must first find the clues that await us within the castle. Come, let us away. In the hall of the Petrichor. I also needed to get a thing out of the box and I didn't, so woe is me. Yeah, I needed to get this. That was like the slowest loading of my life. What was that? Okay. Damn it. He does, but he doesn't need blue, he needs brown. Oh, look at this ascension. So, no, I need to find it. We have to catch them. Oh wait, he has to give me the... Oh wait, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. That. Give me that. Get in there. So you gotta hold the button down to move them out of the way. But once I go in, it closes behind me. So I have to let go of it.
If there's any scrap metal or parts you don't want, I'll take them.
Pet him. Pet. Hey now, don't you take me for an ordinary cat. Why not? Hold on. I don't mind being touched, but cats have their own boundaries. What about the pendant? Surely you don't think this pendant is my true form, do you? What about the tail? That seems like a dangerous place. Hey, you're petting me way too much. Okay, alright. I'll stop. He's like, what the hell are you doing? Something you're not, my dear. Then something you're not. Duh. Let me see. Where was the other one hidden? There was one hidden back here somewhere as well. Yeah, remember you have to catch it. I remember it being high up. Like... Cause it's like a book that's hiding, if I remember. I remember it hiding from me anyway. Let's take a look. Let's see. I think it's when I come back. Cause like they reappear and disappear, and you have to look really carefully around you to see if you see it. I remember there being a book that was hiding from you specifically. Like I said, this is one of my favorite world quests. It was one of the quests I paid attention to the most. And I do remember it hiding from me, and you have to like chase it down. But it might be when you come back. It's probably when I come back. Well, let's go down for a second. There. So you have to chase it down.
If there's any scrap metal or parts you don't want, I'll take them.
I always want to make a horrible joke, and I have to tell myself not to do that. It's a joke, but I know I shouldn't say that because people might... People like to get upset over stupid stuff, you know? It's a joke. I know I want to say it, but a part of me is like, eh. Because Fremine, he looks like he's a child, but he's a hired assassin. He's the son of a harbinger. He's the adoptive son of Arlecchino. His adoptive mother is a harbinger. His adoptive mother is her. This is his adoptive mother. They call her father, of course, but even though it's a woman, you have to understand the game story to understand. Yeah, but they call her father, but she's actually really their adoptive mother. She's a harbinger. Even says, in the heart she's feared and defendable. They call her father. Yeah, so this is his mom. Don't mess with that. Not his real birth mother. Like I said, it's adoptive. Kind of just like how Linny and Lynette are not his real brothers and sisters. They're his adoptive family. Basically, she kind of runs like an orphanage for children. She raises them and turns them into like trained assassins, and they do missions and stuff for her. So this is Linny. So this is Lynette, and this is Linny. I have both of them in my main account. These are real brother and sister. They're twins. Like, they're really blood related. But Fremine is their adoptive brother. Yeah, but these two are really, they're blood related. I have her, but I don't have Linny in this account.
It's easy to fix a machine when you know how it's built and how it works.
People.
But people, they're much more difficult.
You know, he's not wrong. I think he's 20, if I remember correctly. Because Linny and Lynette, they're twins, they're 21, and I think he's like a year younger than them. Come on.
Get in gear!
If he's not, then he's 19. I'm pretty sure he's 20 though. Oh, my broken dog! Oh, yeah!
Fulfill our pact!
Except for the raft. Shell has no effect. No effect at all. With these enemies, you can only defeat them successfully with a Claymore character. Or somebody who has Geo. And I just got Shell not too long ago, so he's very weak. I don't have a good artifact set or anything for him. I don't even have a good weapon for him, so he's actually practically useless to me right now. Ow. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the friggin' ground. Becoming one with nothing.
Is this an answer from this world?
X to Del. So we can't really go here right now. This is the boss area. But this character, this enemy here in the middle of the room, he doesn't become a boss until later. Or I lied. I lied to you, dear friend. You shouldn't have believed me then. You have been pulled into a lie. I don't know if I want to fight him right now. There should have been a music disc for me to pick up in this room. Do you know where it is, by chance? Ow. Rude. Ow. There should have been. There should. He's like, get back here. I don't know if I want to waste the resources on fighting you, my dear friend. I don't know if I want to do that at all. But maybe I guess I will. Because you're kind of in my way.
How dare you fulfill our pact!
Get the how dare is what she says. Yeah, there's a chest hidden in this room and I need it. And I can't do that with him being aggroed on me. I knew I should have went around the outer barrier. Stupid me wanted to go through the middle. Oh no! Fight him! Still everything! Yeah, that's all that's there. Chow, this isn't a good idea. He's like, I'm so weak and pathetic, Ryan.
Get in gear!
This will be practice for later though, because he is a boss in this story chapter, the story quest, and you do have to learn how to do it, so you have to learn how to fight him right. Though I think when you encounter him later on at the end of the story chapter, the story world quest, he's much stronger than this. This is like pre-fight. Pre-beta.
Get in gear! Prepare! Frost is coming!
See, if you have a Claymore character, it brings down his geo barrier fast. Like the yellow bar that lives underneath his red life bar, I freaking bring it down in a matter of seconds. It's mostly because Claymore characters are strong against geo. They can destroy it a lot faster than other characters. You watch when I'm attacking with Remnant, you can see it like breaking down really fast. Like incredibly fast.
He's lolling. He's Papa. Get him.
Like a rat. The power of the sun compels. Oh yeah, that's what we call phenomenal, fantastic. Oh. Yeah, because he's a boss. He's a domain boss. Anyway, there is a chest in this room. There are chambers on the outer side of the wall. They did a thing in this game though. We see how he automatically respawned. You have to be careful because this is a world boss. The Legolas Golem. And they respawn quickly. It's something that they did new. Mostly because there's people that farm boss materials in this game to ascend your characters. I am one of those people. And people often complained about how long it took for bosses to respawn before you could fight them again. And a lot of people really got annoyed with it. So they added a new thing that once you defeat a boss and you claim the Blossom, the moment you claim the Blossom, the boss instantly respawns.
I'm tired
That way
already.
you can keep fighting them over and over and over again. Though you gotta make sure you have enough energy for that and enough healing items and stuff because it gets quite tiring if you just keep fighting a boss like over and over and over. Besides, you can only claim the Blossom as much as you have resin. Where it says 400 out of 200 up there, that's my resin. And it tells you how much resin you need. It says treasure collection cost 40. It needs 40 resin to claim the Blossom. And you have to make sure you have the right amount of resin to even claim it. There should have been a musical gold spindle for me to pick up in here. I don't know why I'm not finding it. Did I come here earlier before? But I'm pretty sure I didn't. So I could have came in here at any time, but I wanted to do the world quest, so I didn't come here early. Like, I waited specifically. Like, there should have been a chest in one of these chambers, and I'm not finding it either. I don't know if it's just because I'm here early. I'm pretty sure I didn't get it. There should have been a gold spindle for me to pick up. There should have been a chest in one of these chambers that I'm going back and forth in, and it's not here either. Maybe it's when I come back later. It's probably because I'm here too early. Sometimes in this game, if you do things out of order, it will break things. Like, something will be there, but you have to come back, like, later. It probably wants me to finish this quest for this area. Because the world quest isn't done yet, so maybe that's why. Like, it's opened up as a world boss by default, but for that actually thing to appear that I'm looking for, you probably have to come back much later. That's fine, because I want to focus on the quest anyway. But there is a golden spindle that should have been in there. Basically, the golden spindle that I'm referring to, it's just a little disc that you play in your player home, like the song that you're hearing in that area. It's one of these. They're called radiant spin crystals, and if you go to your player home in game, you can play that on a music record, and you get to have that song, and it plays inside your player home. Like, you can set the music. It's alright though. It should have been there, but it ain't really a big deal. I can come back for it later. Like, the song that you're hearing right now is what is the music.
There's a lot of treasure here.
Alright, I know Shell's kind of weak, so let me get another character who's decent. We need characters who have Geo, and because I recently changed Ether to Pyra, I don't have any other Geo characters besides Kachina and Ningguang. So we're gonna use her. That's a funny freeze frame. Why would you do that? We're gonna use her. You have to fight some golems in here. You can tell enemies because they glow white. I'm gonna get attacked by stupid crap in here. I'm also trying to get to rank 45 because once I get to rank 45, I can use my bracelets from Natlan and I can go get a free 5-star artifact set. So currently I have Kachina's bracelet, we're missing a piece for Kanicha's bracelet, we're missing a piece for Milani's bracelet, but I have Auroran's bracelet and Chaska's. So these are like the 5 main heroes in Natlan. I say it's Kachina's, but it's probably Shalonen's. It's probably Shalonen's bracelet. So I just need Milani's and Kachina's, Milani and Kanicha's rather. I'm missing 1 piece to their bracelets, but I do have the other 3 for now.
Hey! Get in gear!
Yeah, so to break the golems down, either use a Geo character or a Claymore. I feel like Claymore is better though. Just use a Claymore character, in my personal opinion. Because once you break their shield down, then you can throw other elements at them. You just need a Geo character to break the shield. The yellow bar underneath the red bar. When they have a shield, it doesn't do any damage to their health bar. You have to break that bar down first before you can do damage.
You two! Time to end them! Fulfill our pact!
Yeah, that's the way that works. Basically. They put like a shield on themselves.
Is this
You can't
an
do
answer
any
from this
damage
world?
to them at all until you bring that barrier down, or you get rid of it. The Golden Hunter knows far more about Remuria than I expected. According to historical records, the Marchesi Hunters should have first become active a few decades after the fall of Remuria, by which point the concept of Lock Knights had completely died out in Fontaine. No matter how dramatic or no matter the dramatic adaptation, none would put the Marchesi Hunters, Remuria, and Lock Knights together, for these concepts simply do not belong to the same era. Even a 5-year-old child, 50-year-old child, what am I reading? Even a 5-year-old child would not commit such a grave error. Yet, none of what he discussed seemed to have anything to do with the Golden Troop, but instead was indeed, always was, about ancient Remuria. I have a theory that I dare not raise with him directly. Perhaps the Golden Hunter is not the devout orphan called by the Chosen of Egeria, but is in fact one of the last Remurian remnants. The only problem with this theory is that it cannot explain his immortality. I indirectly broached the issues of the Lock Knights with him. I couldn't discern his expression, but he seemed reluctant to discuss the topic. Quite surprising. After all, it is commonly said that the first Marchesi Hunters to follow him were the heirs of the Lock Knights, such as Esta and Walter. Could it be that they were like him? No matter what, according to him, the priority now is to stop Blank awakening from the seals. As for these historical questions, they can be left for a later date. Egeria is the Hydro Archon before Farina. She was the one who created all of the Fontanians using the primordial waters, because originally all of the Fontanians are actually Oceanids. And her using the primordial seed to give them life. The primordial seed is like their blood. And using the primordial seed to create the Oceanids and turning them into people was considered a sin by Celestia. Because you have to get Celestia's approval to create new life, and she didn't. She did it anyway. That's main story stuff, though. Ah! Damn it. Not enough. Never enough. Get back here, you freaking floating book. Duh. Get back here. I've captured you. You now belong to me. I can't walk around corners, obviously. Yeah, so they, the whale outside, you're actually seeing its soul. The real body is like sealed with these seals and you have to free it. I already completely understand everything. Humanity has no need to, nor should they, control any knowledge beyond their abilities. In a way, it is not people who pursue knowledge, but knowledge that pursues people. I have no idea. It's one I never mentioned to the Golden Hunter before he left. Why not rebuild the long-abandoned town of Petrichor? We could attract refugees to live here and spread other versions of the legend. This way, they will actively protect the rebuilt seals, and the secrets of this place will be forever. I sound like a fucking psycho reading that. It's the shiny, strange fish again. Feels like it's been following us from outside all this time. How weird. Paimon, have you witnessed so little of the world as to find such things strange? Are we not underwater? Is it not ordinary to see all manners of fish about? But this big guy looks anything but ordinary. And this voice, I've heard it before. Seriously? You mean from the dream you had before? This part of the sea outside is like the castle. It belongs to the past. It is something that should have been forgotten. If one ceaselessly calls out to a monster that has been blotted from memory, they might yet jump out and cause trouble. It is wise to be cautious. It is for the best if we simply treat it as an ordinary fish. You make everything sound so scary, Osse. Are you just trying to creep us out or something? I simply mean to avoid unnecessary complications. Are you kidding me? I'm a cat. After all, our top priority is to retrieve the surface dwellers' souls. No? It just so happens there's a blank score before us. We simply need to get interrupted by barbecue bacon burger to use the music box to tune the unharmonic green pipes on the other side. Imitators. Give it a go. Why would you call yourself that? That's your player name in game. Are you freaking kidding me? The way they must address his traveler in his world every time he appears is barbecue bacon burger. Yeah, okay. Alright, sure, I'll believe that. I'll believe it never. Oh wait, no, my music thing, I'm an idiot. No. I should be able to... I gotta remember how to do this, hold on. No, let go, Ether! Oh, freaking sh... There you go. He's like, what's your deal? I don't know, that's a good question. It's stalking me outside the window.
A reward on the road.
How could I not ignore that? Like, it's doing a little dance outside. The score's totally blank. It looks like we won't be able to play it with the music box either. What are we gonna do with it then? If there's nothing there, that means that any melody can be written upon it. We will be able to make use of this. Yeah, there's another one of those books. Give it. I've seen that book, but hold on a minute. I'm timed on this, so we'll come back. I don't know, I like Fremenea Law. He's one of my favorites. He's kind of like I don't know, I feel like
Sort
he's a little
the
too
items by
cute and
type
innocent looking. You know
and
what I mean?
store them
Kind
for
of
future
fucking feels
use.
weird. But it's always the innocent looking ones that aren't. If you catch my drift. Sometimes being innocent looking is quite deceiving indeed. He might look like he's innocent, but inside he really isn't. You know those people, right? The ones that look innocent, but they're like totally not. Apparently that's how I look to people. I've seen many people in my life who say, oh, you look like the type of person who wouldn't say the word fuck. And I'm like, really? I've had people tell me that. Ugh! Like, they're like, oh, you look like you're innocent. Looks like you would never do that. And I'm like, yeah, you do realize that I'm an adult, right? Like, oh. I turned 32 years old this year. Please give me a fucking break. I need to figure out where that one is. It's probably right in front of my face and I'm just fucking blind. Dun, dun. That's why I'm saying you can look like you're younger than what you are. Like, he looks like he's quite young, but if I remember correctly, I think he is like 21. Because they have to be that old to take on specific quests for Arlecchino. Because she does raise like an orphanage, but she doesn't send children out to harsh missions and quests. And the fact that he's a trained assassin, like that's his job, he's not a child. I don't know where this one is. I'm gonna have to probably guess on it then. Oh, there it is. Okay. I couldn't see it because I was facing the wrong direction. Funny me. They're like, no, she's got the chest, stop her! Oh, so now you decide to care about my presence, but you didn't care 5 seconds ago. Too bad for you, I'm already gone. Loser. Totally out of here. Alright. Freaking perfect. Yeah, I think he is the same age as Lenny and Lynette, though. Because they're 21. I think he's the same age. Is this the stage you spoke of earlier, Osse? Emma, are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? Or is the mural on top moving? It's kind of spooky. That terrifying power couldn't be escaping from here, could it, Osse? Hey, Osse, are you spacing out? Meow. My apologies, I was distracted for a moment. Did you once perform on the stage? Is that why you're feeling, nostalgic or something like that? Did you play a cat? Perhaps you were an audience member. I'm gonna play a joke. That seems unlikely. I might have, or I might not. It was all in the past, either way. Utterly irrelevant. Like, he's actually truly somebody important. His soul is currently possessing this cat, and that's why he's like, sometimes I can't control what this cat does. That's why sometimes he stares off or it meows suddenly, because he's just controlling the body, and it's hard for him to do it. You wind up meeting who he really is. He's actually somebody really important. I really like the reveal on this story quest. It's one of my favorite quests. Like, I love this quest, because like it truly takes you to another world, and it just, you'll see. What matters now is the scent of discord I smell in the air, as though some presence, one that makes me uneasy, once visited this place. I fear that specifics may only be ascertained once we have performed the score here. There's no one here, too. Paimon didn't notice. There's one here, too, rather. Well, you may have seen scores shaped like strings, but have you not seen those shaped like murals? One is such as before you. Oh, so the pictures are moving because it's actually a score? Yes, did we not find a blank score before? It is time now to perform it. Please do the honors. This one I liked. Nags. What kind of a fucking name is that? First we get interrupted by barbecue bacon burger, and now we're getting interrupted by that. Why would you, like, what? And then they had Lenny as their profile picture of all people. I like Lenny a lot. He comes on to you super strong, though. Like, he's always flirting on you. He's like, yo, girl, look at my fire. Because he's a pirate character. I like Lenny a lot. In fact, I actually adore Lenny quite a bit. It took me a really long time to get him, actually. I got him in my main account, and it was like the happiest time of my life. I couldn't believe it, actually.